Welcome everyone, and welcome to Pastime Picks Podcast. I am Keith, Vintage Sport Flips.
I'm Andy, King of Pennants.
We have a special guest down below, Soda City Flips. Shane, how's it going, man?
What's up, y'all? How's it going?
Good. Yeah, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we haven't had a ton of guests, but we're starting to get more. We're starting to do a little bit more of that once we got our flow down and our, trying to work that out. So it's cool.
Very selective and choosy with who we want on
very
the
true.
show. So
very true.
Want to make sure.
Well, I feel.
So Shane, you want to talk about your channel? So I know you have multiple channels, but your main Soda City Flips channel is like a picking channel.
Yep. And man, I need to get to editing. I've got so much footage that I need to edit and get some more posted up because life's just been so busy. You know, like I have a job, outside of reselling, and I got promoted recently, so that's been taking up a lot more of my time.
Congrats.
That's awesome.
So I appreciate it. But yeah, so I got to get back to it. But yeah, so I film yard sale footage, flea market footage, thrift stores and stuff like that. But then a little bit of, what knowledge I can push out to the world. I try to do that. So I have some talking head videos on there as well. But then on top of that, like you mentioned, I have another channel, Soda City Herps, which is going to throw people off in the chat because it does every time I mention it on my channel. But that's my field herping channel where I go out and look for snakes and just different reptiles, amphibians, and things like that. And I also do local snake relocations around the area I live in because people like to kill snakes for no reason. So I relocate snakes for free because if these wildlife people come in and they're like, yeah, we'll come get it for, $200, they're just going to kill the snake. They don't want to spend $200. So
makes sense.
I do it for free. Everybody around town knows me, and I get a lot of calls. So it's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
No, it's awesome. Yeah. And there's some venomous stuff where you're at, right? I mean, you get some like
we have 6 different venomous snakes in South Carolina.
Whew.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, it is a lot. I don't think we have much up in this area. There's some, like I guess there's like Eastern diamondback rattler snake and but not I guess copperhead, but not as much as you guys have a little further south.
Yeah, you guys have you should have timber rattlers and copperheads for sure.
Yeah, I think I said the wrong rattlesnake. Yeah.
Probably. Eastern diamondback is kind of a southeastern coastal snake.
Okay.
We don't even have them in my area. We have them on the coast about 3 hours away from me, but not where I live.
I always spent a lot of my childhood. There was one log in my backyard. I was always flipping that log, catching like salamanders. So that's always that was my field herping journey. It's meager, but it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
What's up? What's up, Mark? Welcome in, man. Mark, I got your package in the mail, so thank you very much. I'm going to open it on stream later on, so appreciate that. Yeah, Mark sent me some Eagles. I think it's Eagles cards, so that was very nice of him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. What's up, Real Life Perspective Show? I know Real Life has a live on Friday night. I think it's Friday night. He does a pop culture live every Friday where he draft show. Me and Andy were on there, I think a month ago, Andy.
Yeah.
A month ago. Yeah.
A month or so.
I'm going to go sub to that now because I was not familiar with that channel.
Yeah, it's awesome. It does. I mean, some of his intros and he's a musician too. So great, like intro music.
His guests, and not to pat ourselves on the back, but his guests are very entertaining, whether it's not us, but the others that he's had on there.
Oh yeah. You got like some, celebrity, like movie writers and real high end guests.
Yeah.
Except for us, not us. What's up, Dad?
and then you got us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta, you don't know sunshine unless it's cloudy every once in a while. So that's kind of
sort of the clouds.
I don't know if that's a quote or not, but
is that a real? Did you make that up, or is that not terrible?
Of course. Yeah, there's
not terrible.
A bit of a metaphor to it somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
there you go. Def was our guest a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah.
Andy, so tonight we're going to draft our favorite all-time sports movies, and we actually did the first podcast episode ever. We ranked our favorite football movies. We didn't draft them.
Yeah, so we had overlap.
Overlap. Yeah. So this is cooler and it's more broad. I mean, all sports. So it'll be you could go a lot of different directions with this list.
Yeah, I was surprised at how many good movies I feel like are non-football or even baseball related movies. Like there's a whole like 3 or 4 other almost genres of movies that I think that I almost like better than most of the football ones. But
yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there, man. I was enjoying putting the list together. I know.
Cool. All right, you want to bring it up?
Right.
Let's start it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, let me see who.
I gotta think I won, right? Because I know I was smoking you earlier. Let's bring that up first. Honestly, should see how bad you're losing again.
You did win. I forget. Let me look at the stats. I mean, I did lose. Let me pull up on my phone here real fast. I mean, I'm sure it's shocked it wasn't close at least. Yeah, it was 62-38. I lost.
There we go.
So,
I like that.
It might have been the Cheetos cheese puffs back to back. That might have hurt me.
That's right. Well, you gotta, I'm glad you learned your lesson. Although, not too recently. But, all right.
What's up, Grams and Pops? How's it going, man?
Oh, Corey's in the house.
What's up,
Corey? I saw Dan in demand too. What's up, Dan?
Yeah, Dan's a regular here. Yeah, Dan was back on the Leftovers podcast today, the Reseller Leftovers. Awesome episode as usual.
Hey,
all right,
Bourbon/Def. This is my Roshan collection. Just so you know, I'm not lying, and I can't get away from them. So that was another. Yeah, do breaks. That was completely random, but
we'll
show it off before I forgot.
Dan's a Bears fan, so you got to show Dan.
Oh yeah, Dan. If you like Roshan Johnson, who's probably not all that great, got something for you.
All right, let's spin this to see who goes first. So we got.
What's up with it? What's this look? What's this? This is a new look. I don't like it. It looks awkward.
I tried to mix it up. I was trying to show that I have hair.
But I don't think you did a great job of it.
Why?
I don't know. It looks weird. You look like a mental patient.
No, I don't.
You kind of do. I mean, I can't say that mine's great. Dan.
Yeah, Shane has a better image.
Shane, I don't know why I said it. Shane has the most normal pick, I think, on our
team. I think a model-esque pose there. All right, so Andy, you're first. Let's go second.
Looks strained.
No.
All right. Well, Shane, the good thing about picking last is you do get the wraparound, so you get 3-4. So that's not the worst, I think.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
Right.
God, that's so. I don't like your picture here. It makes me. I hate your face again. It makes me hate your face when you do stuff like that.
That's a great photo. It's a great photo.
Can you just run these by me before you put them on the screen? Because it's thrown me off a little bit. It's making like I'm a little nauseous, and I'm like I just don't like it.
Oh, come on. I mean, all my other ones had hair. I'm trying to show that I have a little bit of a thinning back here, but at the front, I'm pretty good. If I stay in front of you.
You just walk around like this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. I back out of rooms.
All right. I know Keith is going to call this a chalk pick. I think it's pretty much. It's listed as one of the better movies. I think overall, just not even sports related. But I'm going to go with the original Rocky. I think you can probably. I'm not going to say that you can't take any else in the Rocky because I was kind of up between Rocky and 4. Rocky 4. I mean, that was the one that I remember. I feel like the most.
I guess you're right. Rocky 1 or just Rocky.
I think you just put Rocky.
Yeah, probably just Rocky.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I think Rocky, especially this probably hurts you a little bit. It's a Philly thing. I do like the fact that it kind of puts a little knife into you there. So yeah, I'm going with the classic. I feel like it's the number one, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. Number 1 was an easy pick for me. It would have been Rocky. Number 2, my 2 and 3 selections are tough. I'm sort of going back and forth already. I'm already staggered, like Rocky was at times. All right. Do I go more? All right, I'm going to go with a classic one as well. Classic, and this wasn't part of our other draft because it's not football, but classic movie, great. I mean, there's a whole lot of subplots in this movie, and it's pretty well done from a sports standpoint. And I always like a sports movie where, like, even if you've seen this movie 10 times, towards the climactic part of the movie where you're like the hair on your neck is standing up a little bit, you get that. Like, I'm gonna go with Hoosiers.
Go
with Hoosiers.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Are you? No, I'm saying that's not Chicago. That's it's Indiana, right? Not
Indiana.
Okay.
Sycamores.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. Okay. I understand. So I personally, yeah. It was up between 1 and 4 for me, which I don't know if you're talking about like
Yeah,
if you're
Dan's in
thinking
Dan's in the Indiana part of the world too. So I
different.
haven't won Dan's picks in a long time. I'm liking the beginning of this.
Well, there's
Dan's
plenty of time for you to screw it up too. So
I think there will be, but yeah, and Dan's always like part Team Andy over there.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Appreciate
Shane.
that.
So on to you. Let's see if I hope I don't know. I'm sure he's going to smoke us in this as most of our guests always do. So
I don't know. And so I'm going kind of a different route with my first pick. It's all nostalgia for me with this pick. And I talked about this on my show Monday night. And I think Keith, you were in there and you saw a lot of people giving out what their top sports movies were.
Yeah.
And nobody said this. And I was surprised. The Sandlot.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's definitely nostalgia.
That's a classic.
Yeah, it's it's a movie I grew up with, and it just thinking about that movie reminds me of growing up in the kids. We had this apartment complex with this giant field in between all the buildings. And
awesome.
Man, we just used to rip it up out there playing baseball, kickball, football. We did everything. But yeah. So the Sandlot for me, number one.
Yeah, I knew Real Life was a fan of that. And I think you're a little younger than us, Shane. I don't know how old, or you're probably similar age bracket, but I think a little younger than us.
Yeah, I'm 44.
Okay, yeah, we're 48. So that movie came out, I forget what year was that out? Like mid-90s?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So that came out a little late for us to be like still kids. So I think that's like, but that's the kind of coming of age movie. That's like, I think if you're like coming of age during that movie, it's like going to be first on a lot of people's list for sure.
Yeah, well, I feel like Bronx Tale. I know Keith and I didn't grow up in New York, so we don't have that. Like, it wasn't a thing for us. But but I do feel like that. I don't know why that movie sticks out as kind of, and it wasn't baseball related necessarily, but that was like a coming of age thing too. That was the one that I kind of remember. And Goonies too. I think
my coming of age one, which was a Stephen King book, Stand By Me, was the one that.
That's such a great one. The book and the movie both done very well.
I haven't read the book. Is that called The Body? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, The Body.
Okay. I got to read that. Never read it.
Yeah, it's a short read. It's easy. Yeah. Not a whole lot going on that didn't happen in the movie, but Stephen King knows how to tell a story. So.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah. We definitely got a lot of love for Sandlot, although Grimes and Pops ain't no Hoosiers. So
Corey's not a Soda City fan, so he's here to troll me probably because I'm there. I believe I'm Grams and Pops vintage only troll on their channel.
Oh wow!
Every video I'm trolling them.
We have a segment
where
we have some trolls of the week. So admin assistant, Eagles friendly. There you go. If you're an Eagles fan, appreciate you. Definitely big Eagles fan here. All right, let's get to the first segment here.
Sale of the week.
All right. So in this segment, we show each other our sales of the week. We try to guess each other's selling prices. The goal is to get.
I was going to interrupt you. Each time you say that, it always scares me. What it's going to finish a sentence with. It's like in this segment, we show each other, and I don't know what you're going to say.
Your mind is in the gutter, my friend. But the goal is to get within 10%. And the fourth item overall. So we'll each show one, and my second one, we have a giveaway. I'm going to give away a little pair of vintage starting lineups. So I have a 1990. Is this McGuire? Yeah, 1990 McGuire, and then a cool Wilt Chamberlain throwback one.
Yeah,
and a little 90 score pack to turn it. 90 score pack to ramp to get the Bo Jackson card in there. So that'll be free to someone. He's shipping on me.
Of course, Shane, you're welcome to obviously to win as well.
Yeah, Shane is eligible, just not Andy. Andy's
no. Well, I'm not. I haven't been hitting anyway, so.
Yeah.
All
right. Let me get to my first one here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. All right. Andy, so Jay, what we have here is the 1938 Bronco Nagurski Dixie lid. So this is like I'll show you the back of it because
Is that a yogurt? It's not yogurt, is it?
No, it's like an ice cream cup.
Oh, yeah. It's like the top of it. Okay.
Yeah, the lid of the ice cream cup. And, there was only 2 football players in the set, Bronco Nagurski and Sammy Baugh. They're not too common. Baseball shows up a lot more than the football ones. This was actually going to be my find of the week, but I sold it before I could show it. So it's a quick flip.
Nice.
But again, I'll show this one again. So Chicago Bears running back legend, fullback, defensive lineman.
It's in pretty good shape. I mean, is it like, was it like in a pressed or something in between things or something? Or was it just?
They're always flat, but yeah, this one's cleaner than some because obviously they would have like ice cream. I guess you're always hoping it's vanilla ice cream and not chocolate or something, right? So
I would have thought that even just like, it looks like it's pretty small. I mean, it's not big, right? So I'm surprised.
It's not big. No, it's like, I have one over here I can show, but if I can, let me grab one.
Yeah. I don't know. All-American fullback and world champion heavyweight wrestler. I didn't know he was a heavyweight wrestler. Is he like?
Yeah,
is that like
busy man?
Is that like pro wrestling or is that like?
Yeah, he was a pro wrestler. Yeah, I forgot to mention that he was a like not like modern wrestling, right? Like not like Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah.
I think I could be wrong, but here's the size of it. Just to give you next to my head for size comparison, but this is a baseball one. This is Carl Hubble.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
So we have Sean, the Real Life Perspective, showing at 39.
Ooh.
Mark always has
so Mark
has a Jimmy Fox in this set, $129.99.
Okay, so that at least gives me a kind of ballpark figure. Yeah, I know, right?
I got a Polish sausage logged in my chest.
I think Bronco could cut glass with that chin, man. That's
he's a
strong
tough guy.
chin.
You don't get the name Bronco for nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
That was my nickname in high school, right, Andy?
I don't remember that being the case, no. You were more like gelding, I think, right?
I don't think so. I mean, that's a neutered horse for the listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
Thrift Miner in at $49. Welcome in, Thrift Miner.
Dan chose what I was going to say at 89, so now I'm going to have to go with 109.
109 for Shane.
Okay. 109, yeah.
What's up, Ken? SSK Promo. Thanks for joining us, man.
What's up, Ken?
All right. So he's got a baseline of Jimmy Fox at 129. I feel like Bronco and Jimmy are maybe Jimmy Fox is a little bit more well known, but I think Bronco is a big name. I'm gonna go a little bit more than that. I'm gonna go 149.99. See how that
149.99. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll show you the price in a second, but let me let Annie know how he did.
You love to do this. Oh boy.
Let me get
Did Dan throw in the towel? Is that what he did? I forget.
Dan was Adrian. I felt bad.
That's awesome. That's great.
Here we go.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. I was happy with that one. I bought that on Sunday. Quick flip. Sold the next day.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. I always try to work the guest into those videos, but I had Dan's face in that app. I'm like, I'm working Dan in too. So
that's what you get for being not lifelong, but a fan of the show. You'll get your face shoved into things you don't want.
Yeah,
that's
once you're in there once. Yeah,
sounds
it's crazy to think about what these collectors are willing to pay for. Essentially a little small piece of cardboard with somebody's face.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, the football ones are tougher. I think they're rare for whatever reason, but yeah.
Did you get did you buy it from a person who knew what it was? Or was this one of your?
It wasn't. I bought it in a lot of stuff. It'll be an upcoming video, but I think I paid $290 for that lot. I think I paid $150 for it. But the other stuff, I'll make money on the rest. So yeah, so I knew it was good.
So was that of the football ones? Is he more collectible or more pricey?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Is of the football ones? You said there's two, right? It was Bronco.
Yeah, the football is definitely better than the baseball. I don't know about Sammy Baugh. I'm assuming Sammy Baugh is equally as good as Nagurski.
Yeah, both are big names, but
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
ball for sure.
okay. All right. Well, I got a pretty good list this week, Keith. So let's see what you can do. So the first one I'm going to do. This is all
Fart Sack Jack.
What's up, Mike?
Get the best nickname on YouTube, or best name on YouTube right there.
It's an impressive name. I like it. Make sure this is the right one. Okay. So this is a group of 3 CFL pennants. So I sold them all at the same time. It's just a little hard to say, I know, but
So okay. So the Blue Jays is not a Canadian League pennant, right? It's a minor
no.
league
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Sorry.
But
but
we're
2
guessing
CFLs.
So we're guessing the price on all 3 together.
All 3. So it's a group price.
This seems like it's unfair to the guessers. To be honest, I mean,
Huh?
I should get 20%. Yeah. So we got the Memphis Mad Dogs. Is that what that is?
Yep.
And the Montreal Concords. I can't really read that.
Yeah, Montreal Concords and then the Kingston Blue Jays.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to guess on the. I know the CFL ones can be a little bit better, especially the American CFL teams tend to be a little rare. I think. I never even heard of the Montreal Concords. I mean, yeah. What's the Montreal team that's?
Alouettes?
Yeah, the Alouettes are the ones that are there now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. I'm going to go 40 on the Concords. I'm going to go 40 on the Mad Dogs, 25 on the Kingston Blue Jays. So was that 105? 105
is your total guess. Okay.
105.
Pretty
close with Orlando Collector's Dreams in the chat. Welcome in, man.
Mark goes with 149, right?
Yep, 149.99.
I'm gonna say 139.99.
Good guess. Sean's in at 99.99. The real life. Those are I think they're full size.
29 inches. Yeah. Or some of them. I don't know why this 30 inches. I'm not sure it's quite that, but
what's up, Ergo Strength? Welcome in, man.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
Ken's in at 120. We got Roman making an appearance at $98.
All right.
Shane,
all right.
What's up, Roman?
Roman's a regular here to help bash Andy and Lions. He's a Lions fan.
I think Roman's a regular everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
He makes his rounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for for your answer, Keith?
Yes.
Roy Munson had it all. You're on a gravy train with biscuit wheels. He was the golden boy of the bowling world.
Double or nothing, I can pick up that spare.
We'll take that bet.
How do you do that?
But one night...
that was sort of ends at a cliffhanger, but I lose my arm.
You lose your arm.
But it is a loss. It is a loss.
Okay, so right on the money. Our guests are killing it. I feel like.
Dang.
So I don't know if you can see it.
Nice.
139.50. So yeah, I think he offered 3 different offers all at the same time. So like in like within the span of a minute or so. So I just kind of accepted them all. But they're all up for a little bit more than that. But I mean, I think the total would have been closer to 170 or something.
Andy, for the first time for me, and I've never had this happen before, but it's happened twice now, and maybe it's happened to other people. Like they'll automatically combine shipping on international orders. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's great because you're right.
Before.
I was like, I don't know what to do on this because I was gonna refund them money, but yeah, they already had it packaged as one. I mean, I guess could be a little bad if the size or something is a little bit wonky or something.
Yeah,
or
sure.
weight or something. You don't want to ship them together, but
because I had this one Canadian buyer offer like 20 offered prices on 20 different pennants I had. And I'm like, I rejected like 18 of them, like because I can't combine them. I didn't realize eBay would automatically combine them.
Yeah, so. There's got to be and I think it has to be relatively quick though, like in succession. It can't be like a long space.
Yeah. But, so here we go. I'm shocked at this. Lions are so good that the Eagles would never win against them again. Roman, what is wrong, Roman?
I know Roman just comes up with this random thing. I'd love to be in his brain for 20 minutes just to see what's going on in there.
God, it's got to be scary in there.
It's being John Malkovich right there. It wouldn't be being Roman anytime picker.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of that, Andy, Roman's going to be on the the Reseller Locker Room podcast next week, right?
Cool.
Right,
Yes,
Shane?
sir. Yep.
It'll be an
Yep.
entertaining one.
Good stuff. All right. Good. Okay.
All right. So
We
Shane, you
both had some little big sales there so far. So that's
yeah,
good.
it was good. You never make it out of Roman's brain, Ken says. That's true. You'll be trapped.
Yeah, you want me to show one?
Sure, yeah. If you got one, yeah.
All right. So I sold, and I'll show a picture here in a second. Let me read it.
Yeah.
I sold a Titleist 716 AP1 4-through pitching wedge plus gap wedge with true temper XP 90 R300 steel stiff shafts. So it's an 8-club set. This set is a few years old.
Okay.
Okay.
But I sold it. This is what they look like. Let it focus here.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, focus
Cavity
there.
back. That's good. Nice
Yep.
club.
Yeah, it looks nice shape. Right? Clean condition.
Yeah, they
there.
were clean. I bought these off Facebook Marketplace.
Oh wow, okay. I haven't sold many. I sold a lot of antique clubs, but I've only ever sold one set of modern clubs. And that was recently. The similar eight wedges and irons and stuff. But mine were they weren't Titleist. I forget what brand they were. Who makes the Steelhead brand or the Steelhead? Maybe it was Titleist.
Callaway. That's Callaway.
Callaway.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm a golf club bro now.
Oh,
There you
nice.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've played for a few years, but I just really started getting into buying and selling. So
Yeah.
It's been-
Usually,
I feel like,
a lot of times they're pretty cheap at yard sales too. I didn't know anything about them,
yeah.
but
that's a good question. I feel like those are good clubs. They look really clean too. So I'm not even sure what I would guess on something like that.
Mark's in at 185. Mark is our resident guessing guru over there. So we want to be around where Mark is. I don't know. Like I said, clubs too well. I would guess 145. My guess.
Okay, I think I'm going to go a little higher. Again, I don't know that brand. I mean, I know the brand, but I don't know. I mean, obviously there's different varieties of, quality within the brand, but I'm going to go 250 on that.
Dan likes my number. Is that what I guess? 149. Dan's right on my number.
There you go.
Oh, Ken might know. Ken's up at 375. He might know.
Yeah, I can't remember what I bought mine for so long ago, but all right.
Everybody got their guesses in?
I think so.
Looks like it. Yep.
These sold for $339.99
There you go.
Nice sale.
on a
Very
best
nice.
offer. I had them listed for $400 and they sold for 15% off offer.
Nice. Real
Not
nice.
bad.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, those are especially that. I mean, they're only a couple years old, so yeah.
Yeah.
I bought them Sunday night. They sold Tuesday.
Oh wow.
Awesome.
Right
I love
before
those
we went
ones.
live yesterday. Right before we went live yesterday, they sold.
You want that cha-ching during the live though, right?
Yeah, that would have been nice. So
Yeah.
it's a little more fun when all the other guys hear it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
do you sell them on eBay or are you selling them locally or
eBay. I post everything golf club sets. I do all the singles I sell on eBay, but bigger sets because of the eBay fees. Because I have a $1,600 set of brand new Titleist T350 irons. They're brand new in the box, still wrapped in cellophane from the factory. I paid $800 for them, but it's a $1,600 set. So I've got those listed on Facebook Marketplace as well, hoping that I don't have to pay fees on that because that's going to be ridiculous. But
makes sense.
But yes, singles I just sell on eBay because one club the fee's not going to be too terrible.
Yeah.
But a big set like that, I'd rather not pay fees if I didn't have to. But so eBay and or Facebook Marketplace.
Gotcha. So what's the shipping? How bad is the shipping on that? Is that
It's not bad at all, actually.
Okay.
To ship those clubs out, which there's a video on my channel. I show how to ship golf clubs to get them as cheap as possible. But buyers usually pay around $16-17 for a full set of clubs, and it only cost me like $6 something usually.
Jeez.
Is that UPS ground?
UPS, yep,
Okay.
UPS ground.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I gotta look into that more. I probably don't switch back and forth as much between UPS and
Only like the real long stuff is UPS.
Yeah,
I find those
if
big
it's
packages.
what is it, 22 inches? I think if it's over 22 inches, then
Go UPS.
USPS skyrockets on you.
Yeah.
So UPS is definitely the way to go.
I still make mistakes with that because I have my packages picked up in my house, but not for UPS. So I skew on post office for everything for that reason, just because I don't feel like going to UPS myself. But I should do it because I have it set to calculate, so I'm probably losing a lot of sales for that reason. People see the high USPS ground.
Yeah.
So DC's become a little more dangerous. Clubs are going quickly off, stolen right off the streets.
Yeah.
I see Ken might need some help with some pings. Yeah, shoot me a message on Instagram, Ken. That's cool.
Yeah, Ken nailed the guess though. Ken was the winner over there.
Nice.
So this next one is for the giveaway. I'll show the giveaway again. Can we get to the brand here? So it's going to be the 2 vintage starting lineups and that vintage pack there. Going to go to the winning guess on this item right here. So you got a vintage 60s gold base bobblehead Phillies. Nice condition, nice color. No real flaws on this one.
Looks like you added a little blush to it too. Did you put a little extra? Did you doll it up a little bit?
I didn't do that. That comes standard.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're throwing me off here because you came out swinging with a $350 item, which I would have never thought that it was that much. Especially what did I guess when it was? You're making fun of my guess. I guess like $500. It's for the trophy, I think.
Oh yeah. You're way off on that.
Yeah. How's like a nice trophy is like inlaid with stuff and has like relief, on it, worth that? Like $200 less than a friggin' Pog. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, it's a card. It's a card, really.
To Shane's point, like, what the hell? Like, how's that happen?
Yeah.
Like, here we go.
All right. So this is for the giveaway. So we have Ergo.
This is a $400 sheet. Right?
Yeah. So we have Ergo Strengthen at $189.99. Make sure I didn't miss any guesses. We have Harry Humstone. Welcome in, Harry. $289.98.
Wow, everybody's
$89.99 for the real life.
Really tight on this one.
Mark at $285.89 or $285.99. Thrift Miner $259. Roman $249. Ken at $165. Fart Sack Jack 3.79 cents. $10.79.
I'm not sure that's how numbers. Oh, that works.
Yeah.
Most of these guys were right around where I was thinking.
Yeah, I think it's probably pretty close. Yeah.
I think it's a good one. Yeah.
You want to fit in there somewhere, Shane? I'm not sure. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. I'd probably go over, but
let me scroll back through here. Let me see. I'm gonna go $324.99. I'm gonna jump a little higher.
All right. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I feel like he's throwing. I don't know. He's throwing me off a little bit here. Is there? So the gold ones are the more rare, right?
No.
The gold base?
No, the white base is the earliest base.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's a green base, is that right?
Green base. I think gold base is the last base. I always forget. I know the football set's better than the baseball sets, but it's white base. Then I think green base. Then I think gold base.
I think this looks like in pristine condition, though, honestly.
It is nice. Yeah, it's definitely a nice shape.
Fart
Sack Jack changed his 3.79 cent guess to $129.99.
99 cent. 129.99 cent. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go $299.99. I feel like we're all in the $100 range. I feel like for the most part, but I'm gonna go $299. So
okay.
Just so you know, Keith, that'll get me to $329.98. Or
I didn't. I'll say this. I don't need your help on this one.
Okay.
It didn't even need to calculate.
But
anyway, I'm gonna hit the answer, but I'll make sure we don't get any last second guesses. So it looks like no, we're good. Okay. All right. I see Stinky Finger down there.
Right. I like it.
Damn it.
Dan, that's what she said, by the way. Sorry.
All right, let me give you your answer here.
What is this? Okay.
Oh wow,
All right. So let's
Wow,
see.
all
So
right.
somebody got close. I think.
yeah,
Oh,
there was
I
a
think
couple.
it's- I think it's
Ken was
Ergo.
close.
Ergo 189, right?
Well, yeah, we had to do some calculate. I'll let you're the mathematician
Well,
over there, Andy. So we have Ken
Ergo
at
is
one.
$10 away.
That's true. Yeah. So Ken is more than.
Jesus, Keith.
Well, no, it's not, I'm scrolling through the chat too. It's more complex than just the numbers.
By the way, don't ever take your animal to him. He cannot do simple math.
All right, stop it. Calculators are key, Andy. I can calculate the dose with the best of them. All right, yeah, it is Ergo strength.
There you go. Congrats,
Congratulations.
man.
There we go, man. Congratulations.
Nice.
And we'll, Andy, you might. We'll reach out. We'll get your address. I'll get that shipped out to you. So congratulations.
No problem. I can definitely deliver if needed.
Yeah, he's local to Andy.
Need an excuse to take the Harley out, so I'll deliver it.
There you
go. Okay, so for those of you that watched last week, you'll recognize this pennant. Most of my stuff, as you may know, Shane is
Where's
pennant.
this stinky fingers got it?
So we talked about this list last week.
Oh wow, it's old. Wow.
Yeah, sold quickly. It's getting in your face now. Yeah, I don't remember if I told you what I put it up for. I probably didn't. But yeah.
No, we never talked about. I think we talked.
We talked about one of them. Yeah. We'd also talked about. We were talking back and forth about that other pennant that sold too. But
yeah. I mean, I suggested a price, but I don't know what you put it up at. I don't look at your store at all.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, not worth my time. It's a cool one. So it's a Phantom pennant. Obviously, he wasn't reelected, right?
Correct.
And it's a photo pennant. Cool color, patriotic.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that most of these got destroyed. So yeah, but it's a Phantom pennant. Jimmy Carter was elected on it.
Yeah.
But this, I don't know. I wonder how often this happens. I haven't seen anything else yet like this. And I have that, like maybe 20 or 30 of these political pennants.
Yeah. I mean, you see it all the time with sports, but you're right. Political, maybe different animal. I mean, you see a lot less political pennants in general.
Yeah.
Than you do sports pennants, but
I think they must have been more popular in the 60s and 70s. I don't think there's a lot of political pennants these days that I've ever seen.
No,
and generally flags, but
generally they're a lot less valuable political pennants too, except for the very early, like if you get a Teddy Roosevelt, campaign pennant from the teens or something. But the Phantom pennant's going to help. I'm going to go 140 on this one.
Okay.
I know I suggested selling it at 200. I don't know if you listened to my advice or not. Probably didn't.
No, I never listened to your advice.
So we have Dan at 176, Mark at 129.99, Harry at 98, Real Life at 109 and fart cents.
It's getting into an awkward
$99 for Roman.
I'll see. I don't think I have a Nixon. I have some weird ones, but I don't think I've seen a Nixon one yet.
I think it might have a Nixon. I'll check. Not from that batch, but from my own pennant exploits.
I do have some more controversial ones with like George Wallace. If you remember he is.
Yeah,
he was a segregationist. Yeah, I have a couple random pennants from that, but
all right. So I was at 140.
I'm gonna guess. Sorry,
no worries.
I was trying to find my next sale. I'm gonna guess 169.99.
Okay, that's a good guess.
All right. Well, I'm going to give Keith his.
Anyway, the winds were towards that. There's the wind towards the bottom of that list.
I can't do this anymore, man. My head's about to explode. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I'm out here getting my ass kicked, and every time I drive down the road, I want to jerk the wheel into a goddamn bridge and bunt me.
Well, you were close, I will admit, and there were some very good guesses. So,
oh man,
very close. So $5 away.
I think you just give it to me. It's so
no. You can, if you want to change the rules, that's fine. But I would have. It's your spot. So
I think with Dan, somebody nailed it if I remember.
yeah, somebody put 129. We had
Well, no, well, Shane was very close on it.
Yeah, I was 10.
yeah.
off.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So
definitely.
Shane won it. Give Shane the win video, Andy. We never win. So use that win video.
I don't have a video.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
This
you mean
one. You good. Shane won.
Guess what, folks? You take the L away. You put a W there, baby. You're a winner, man. You're the real deal. Boom! That's why you're hanging with chicks all night long.
There you go.
I love that dude, man.
Yeah, he's hysterical.
He's a nutball, but
That's
cool.
funny.
Yeah, do you go for it. Shane, did you want to do another one?
Yeah, I got one more I'll show. Just because I think it's pretty cool. And Keith, I reached out to you when I bought this lot from Kevin Commonwealth Picker. But I sold a 1959 Notre Dame versus California college football program from October 10th, 1959. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. This is what it looks like.
Cool
Oh, yeah.
color. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Spiral
this
going on.
thing is beautiful. Not worth as much as I was hoping, but still,
Yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, some of the 50s, 60s college stuff, I think they produce a ton of it. And unless it's maybe a bowl game or something really significant, they're sort of somewhat limited.
Yeah.
I would guess. My guess would be like $39.99. Would be. Does that sound?
Yeah, I was
pretty
gonna go 35. I think somewhere in the 20 to 40 range is my, probably safe in that range. I'll go 35 on it. We have Mark at $89.99, Dan at $49.99, Roman at $29 even.
Give it a couple more seconds. See if
Yeah,
anybody
sure.
else is gonna
Yeah.
jump in.
Was that on his whatnot, or where'd you pick that up?
Yeah, it was whatnot. I got a
Yeah.
stack of them like this, so
Nice.
I've made my money back
Oh,
on them. And I've still got a handful left.
And on that note, guys, if anyone's into starting lineups or very cheap action figures, I'm doing a Did raid train on Friday night, doing a ton of like $2 starting bid lots. So it's going to be deals over there for fun. There's like a lot of good sellers lined up. Mojo, Society,
Deals on
everything.
deals on deals.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can always get stuff on Keith's thing for cheap, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a good
Yeah, you
group
got a
of
good-
buyers over there.
Yeah.
It's a fun spot.
All right,
All
Shane.
right.
What do we got? Let me just let me prep my winning bid again. I don't know if I'm-
All right. So first, let me say that Keith, you hit the nail on the head. This stuff was mass overproduced. So
okay.
I was super surprised. This thing sold for $17.99 plus shipping.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Overshot. Yeah.
and I actually made $1 or $2 more than the previous few that had sold because they were selling for about $15.
Okay.
So plus
Yeah.
shipping, but
Did you-
still cool. Like I said, I paid $30 for a lot of like 40 of these things.
Oh,
I
wow.
found. I
Can't go
don't
wrong with
remember
that
how
price.
many, so
Yeah.
yeah. So I've made my money back, and I still have a handful, probably I don't know 12, 13 of them left still. I bet.
Sweet. Yeah. You can't beat that.
Did you?
Yep.
Was that a buy it now, or did you do an actual auction on that one? Or
Buy it now.
okay.
Yeah, because there was a ton listed. There was a ton sold too, but like I said,
Yeah.
they were all selling for around 15. So I felt like I
Yeah.
was lucky to get closer to $18.
Yeah.
In real life, I do have a whatnot tomorrow night at 7. A vintage card whatnot. It'll be quick. And then Dan, I do have that. A lot of it. I have more to load, but I have a lot of it loaded up in the live already. It's some pretty cool stuff. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's get back to the draft board. Let's see.
Yeah. Shane's on the wraparound, so coming back.
Oh, am I up?
Yeah. So we do a snake draft for
Yeah.
these,
Okay.
so-
Yeah. So here we went Rocky, Hoosier, Sandlot, and then back to Shane.
They threw me off a little bit on this.
How did it throw you off?
Just by
The order?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I know your viewers don't know this about me, but Keith, you probably do. I am a huge fan of the Kentucky Derby. I go every single year.
Oh, okay.
And number 2 on my list has got to be the Secretariat.
I don't think I've seen that, but yeah, I gotta watch that. I mean, I know the story obviously, but interesting.
Yeah. So if you can't tell, my list is more personable probably than most people's. Like,
No, that's how they're all going to be. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the Secretariat, man, it's a killer movie, true story, based on a true story, and it hits all the right feels for me when I watch it.
Yeah.
When was that movie made?
Oh, this was
like the last 20 or 30 years, right?
It's like in the mid 2010 or around 2010, maybe a few years before that, I think.
So that was before or after Seabiscuit? That was before?
I think it was after Seabiscuit.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good. There's a lot that I didn't go down that horse racing path. That's a smart move.
I don't like have my hat. I have this super dope Secretariat. I think it's the 50th anniversary from where Secretariat won the Triple Crown. Anyways, super killer hat I picked up at the Derby year before last.
Oh, awesome.
And I meant to actually have it here so I could show it to you guys, and I forgot to grab it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't like all this Andy love from Roman over there. If Andy signed it, would bring thousands. What is going on over there?
I don't know. I think he's... there's a lot of movies I forgot to put on here that were probably closer than I should have. But the Keith, you remember back in the day when we went to that? I think it was you and I, right? We went to some stupid like off-track betting place. Remember?
Oh yeah. Oaks. Yeah.
So
Turf Club.
Yeah, we went to the Turf Club. So we used to go to the track every once in a while, right? Like a couple times a year, but I don't know why we went to the Turf Club for some random reason. I don't even remember. It was a long time ago, but they made us do this like stupid it was like this horse race, but like you had your own horse, and then if your horse won, you won like prizes or something like that.
But you had to act like you're the jockey. It was the deal.
Yes.
We were all drunk, thankfully.
Right.
I think, Keith, weren't you yelling? I forget, you said "come on" something or something.
Well, I don't remember the horse's name, to be honest. One of us won though. I don't know who won.
I won because I have like signed goggles from some. I'm sure he wasn't like it was the big jockey or anything, but I just yelled "go horse" the whole time.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. It was pretty awkward. Yeah, we were.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. Yeah, that helped.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
All right, what do you got?
All right, back to me. I'm going to go back to my true love. I'm going to go back to the gridiron.
Okay.
This might have been the top overall pick in the football ranking list. I'm going to go with Rudy. I mean, it has a lot of heartstrings it pulls at. I mean, football action is okay in it. It's pretty good. Not the worst, but definitely a favorite of mine for sure.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I had a lot of good like stars too. That before it had like the backup running back was what's his name, right? Wasn't it? God, I'm blanking on his name. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't think of the backup running back at all. The guy who was there only because his father went there.
Yeah. Wasn't that Vince Vaughn?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. I remember that now.
Yeah, he was in it. Yeah, I don't know if he was the player you're talking about, but he was
definitely. Yeah, no, he was. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he was a backup running back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid pick.
John Favreau.
Yeah. Right. Favreau. Good pick. All right.
Really, at a commercial, Dan? Huh? I didn't know there are commercials in lives.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah, raking in the dough over there.
Pick that money. All right. Where do I go now? Some of these are going to hit harder than others for certain people, I feel like, and I don't know who to take when. All right. I'm going to go with a 70s flick. So this is, I'm not sure how many people have seen this. This is my concern about this, but I love the movie. It's a classic. I'm going to go with Slapshot.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was on my list high up too. Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's funny. The reason I kind of jumped into my head too after that was people have called that movie the opposite of Hoosiers. It's like the reverse story. Like, they're just a bunch of thugs and stuff like that. Anyway, thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's a classic movie. It's got great actors in it. It's got what were their names? The brothers. I can't remember the brothers' names, but anyway,
Ogie Oglethorpe. Is he like the tough guy?
It's just the classic. I feel like probably wouldn't have done as well today, but yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I
haven't either.
Trying to get my son to watch all these like top sports movies with me, but that's like pulling teeth to get him to watch a sports movie. But that's at least it's a funny one.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, there we go.
There you go. Good.
And my first hockey.
Yep.
But my first hockey.
Yeah, might be it. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's circle to a segment here. Yeah, and that commercial stuff has blown my mind. That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
Find of the week.
All right.
Thank you, Mark. Handsome Brothers.
That's it. Yeah, Hanson. So in this segment, we show, something we picked up recently. Andy's like more of a death pile picker. He's picking from the giant warehouse buy we made.
Somebody's got to do it. You're out there buying everything, and I need to sell.
Sure, I shouldn't be sourcing. You're right, but I still. So my first is from a pallet lot that I bought. I bought like months ago. Never like looked in it really. I was waiting to film going through it, and this was the bottom of the last box. And that's Andy's nickname in high school.
You beat me to it.
Oh yeah, finally. But so that's Honus Wagner, Husky Hands. It's a sheet music from 1904. Obviously, it has a little, some sort of damage over there. It's not in perfect shape, but this does pretty good. It was in a box of like modern, like junky stuff, and I was like, almost just gonna discard, not throw it away, but like stop looking in the box. Bottom of the box, this was sitting there. So happy with that.
What? So yeah, what are you thinking of pricing on that?
There's one listed on eBay for like $1,200.
Holy shit!
Better shape. This is rough, so I don't really know. I got a little more digging.
Maybe thinking.
Yeah, maybe 700-800. Yeah,
nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, as always, Keith gets all the good stuff. So mine's a little bit less impressive, but they are little baseball mugs. So these are actually
pretty cool.
So I have a set of 3. We have a bit of a story behind this.
Yeah. So anyway, you show them. We were doing this. I never used the footage. We were in our warehouse, and we were trying to do a thing where we're each going to pull a random box from this buy we made, and like see who had the better item out of that box. We're going to choose one item from each box and then sell it and see who did better. I never used the footage, but Andy chose those mugs, and maybe I'll show it next week on the podcast. I'll have to find the footage, but he pulls the mug up for the camera by the handle, and the mug falls off of the handle, just like crashes to the floor. Yeah. And he's holding the handle of the mug.
Oh,
so that's why it's an incomplete set.
Yeah. So we have 3. There's 4 total. 3 of the 4. There's a couple of them up now, I think, for like 45, and that's like 2 of the 4. So I'm guessing I'll probably put these up for 55 or 60 or something like that.
It's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it'd be good. It's a good neat little thing too. They're kind of cool looking. It's actually 1940s, 1950s, made in occupied Japan. So it was actually made, during, post-war, I guess, probably.
Why don't you save one of them for the Rips and Brews channel to come up?
Oh yeah, there you go.
I don't know. Not sure I really want to be drinking out of them, but
okay.
I know. Slightly afraid to wash them. It'd probably break apart in my hand, but
yeah,
I'm sure. No, highest quality though. If you want to buy them on eBay, don't listen to me. But cool. All right, we're gonna go back.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me pull the draft board back up.
Well, maybe want to get your shots first.
No, that stuff is all impeccable. Okay.
All right. So
Oh, I didn't type your pick. Slapshot, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if I think I can save that one. I'm trying to pick intelligently. All right.
Grabs and pops is that would qualify both from ping pong, and he does have football scenes in there, right? So
it's true. Yeah.
There's no hard and fast rules here. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, running.
We're not sticklers for it. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with probably my favorite, somewhat recent, the last 20 plus years or so, comedy movie, really, and sports movie. And that's Talladega Nights. So it's great movie. I feel like it's got the outtakes of the movie. I don't know if are just insanely funny. I don't know why they don't do that. I feel like they don't put the outtakes at the end of the movie as much anymore for some reason, but like some of the outtakes on that are funnier than the Talladega Nights.
Right.
But I quote that movie all the time. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. I feel like it's an underserved, sports movie, like an underserved sports. I know there's some others out there still, but yeah.
Interesting pick. I didn't have that on my list, but it's a good one. All right. So for me, this is about the time that I really throw caution to the wind with my.
Here we go.
Go off the rails a bit and make that a loss next week in the.
It's a 1930s Japanese cricket movie that was
no, nothing too off the wall that way. But this is more nostalgic for me. And again, even though some of the sports scenes in this movie are terribly done, I still, at the end of this movie, the climactic part of this movie, like I said early on, like you get your neck hair standing up, get like your hair's on end a little bit. I'm gonna go Teen Wolf.
What?
Number one.
Wow.
Great basketball scenes.
Basketball, yeah.
Yeah, basketball. Oh boy. Awesome. Awesome movie.
That didn't even come to mind, dude.
I know, out of the box.
Teen Wolf when I was a kid.
For a sports movie, Keith?
Yeah, there's a lot of basketball in there, man. Boy. First, you had the Wolf dominating, doing like Harlem Globetrotters kind of stuff, behind the back dunk, and then even at the end,
there was van surfing. We got to consider that a sport too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. It's true. It's a good point.
And then even at the climactic part where they had like the evil, the villain of teammate, the player on the other team who's the villain, like he's under the hoop while he's shooting the free throw. Who's going to let him stand right under the hoop?
It's not your fan. One of my thing that drives me nuts, and Shane, I don't know if you remember, we were talking about it in probably a previous podcast, is when in sports movies, they like the actual sports is just so pathetically off or wrong. Like when people throw the ball like just horribly or, shoot.
Yeah.
Or it takes like 30 seconds and people are like traveling, all that stuff. It just drives me nuts when it's supposed to be a good movie. And
right.
Anyway,
I know, Dan, I could have picked that fifth for sure. That doesn't fit with my heart. I'm picking with the heart. I wanted it third. I wanted it on my board, number 3.
Could have picked that 12th.
Yeah. And the villain from Pee-wee's Playhouse, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He was in that. He was a teammate.
He was a coach. Oh no, you're right.
He was like the overweight.
Yeah.
He was the worst basketball scene. Like
Chubbs, right? Chubbs.
Yeah, Chubbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The athletic part fell apart in his roles. He was like terrible but still a quality flick.
All right. I'm not sure I'd call it a sports.
It was out there, but I like it. I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going classic comedy. I'm a golfer. I gotta go with Caddyshack.
Yeah.
Gotta go Caddyshack.
Yeah, that's great. I was contemplating those kind of up, between those two. Talladega Keith is not a big Caddyshack fan, so I thought I might be able to.
I'm definitely not a Caddyshack fan. I just haven't seen it in a long time, to be honest.
That's
I should rewatch it. Yeah, no, that's a great one. That was on my list for sure. It's just I haven't seen it in years.
that's another one I can quote like stuff from it still to this day. I still quoting stuff on it.
Right.
Cinderella story. Of course, that's like the
Yeah.
I like my favorite part, I think, is that it's like when he's out, he's taking the old guy out and he's having his best, round of golf he's ever had. I forget I think he's the minister or something like that. And like he's out and it's like a typhoon or some like monster storm's coming in. And it's like raining and he's like, it's pouring. He's like, I don't think the bad stuff's coming for a little while still. It's like this was one of my favorite quotes. Yeah, Dan, I would highly recommend it. It still holds up.
Let me hit a segment here, Andy.
YouTube Spotlight.
All right. So in this one, we highlight a different channel each week, or we don't do this episode every week or segment every week, but I'm going to do a quick sharing of two this week. So first, this is the person who was in the chat earlier. This is A Collector's Dream, a great card channel. He was in our chat last week, won our giveaway last week, and was gracious enough to film the opening of the packs and shout out the channel. So it's very nice of Orlando to do that. But Andy, check out Orlando's channel. The dude has the smoothest voice. It's like
pretty buttery.
I want him to be my anesthesiologist when I'm like going under. It's like whispering. Yeah, so peaceful.
Whispering sweet nothings.
Yeah, let's.
Hello, everyone. This is Orlando from A Collector's Dream.
That's good.
Today I'm going to do a quick video.
Just a quick little segment. I'm not going to show that whole clip, but great channel. Mainly his channel is going through like 50s, 60s vintage cards. You can see some of the stuff he shows down, graded stuff on the bottom of the screen there. So
cool. That's cool.
That's the first one.
Great channel name too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And then second channel, Shane's podcast channel.
The one and only.
Yeah, you got to check out the Reseller Locker Room podcast. I know a lot of people in the chat have been there or over there on their lives or watching every week. But for people in the replay, if you haven't been there, get over there, check it out. Some of the best, like most energetic intros, Andy, on YouTube. Here's a little clip from the intro. I think last week, maybe. Oh! 1 second. Hold on. I messed it up. I didn't change the screen.
I'm not gonna lie, that's an impressive AI there. I like.
Yeah, that was good.
I like creating with AI.
Yeah, we need to do that more.
Stick around. You don't want to miss this one. Ladies and gentlemen and resellers out there in the YouTube world, welcome to the Pussy Power Show.
All of us.
Holy crap, dude. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. And I just had to say it.
All right.
We're a little unconventional over there.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's entertaining as hell, man.
I appreciate this shout out, man. That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's funny.
No problem. Yeah, fun time for sure. It's Ben is awesome with the intros. I know because he's a former DJ, right? So he's like very smooth on the mic, a lot more smooth than me for sure.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no problem. It's just agreeing with you. You're very smart when it comes to that. You point out your faults very well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, so was that okay? So it's back to Shane, right, on the wraparound. So at Caddyshack,
back to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I think I'm going to pick my first football film now and go with Radio.
All right. Yeah. Is that Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Yes.
Radio. Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably it probably is like top 3 football film for me. It might even be my favorite one. There's a couple that are really close though. But I just love the story. I love that it's a true story. And if I'm not mistaken, it's fairly local to me.
I was gonna say it's like a Southern school of some sort, right?
I think it's in the state of South Carolina where that took place. But yeah, I just think the storyline's amazing, and the fact that it's based on a true story is even better. So yeah, absolutely.
I know I've seen. I can't remember. I mean, even like certain parts of the movie pop out. But what was it? What was kind of the brief synopsis of it? Like, what was?
Well, Cuba Gooding Jr. played Radio was the character name. They called him Radio. He was mentally disabled.
Okay.
And he always had this little radio with him everywhere he went. So the teammates all got to call him Radio, and he just became like this little local celebrity out on the football field. And it's just a really cool story how the town, came together and just loved him, and the football team kind of took him under their wing, and he would lead them out onto the field, and it was just a super cool story.
Heartwarming.
Yeah.
Tugs at the heartstrings. Yeah, those are always
exactly
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes you feel good at the end of watching it. Not all of my movies I feel like I'm picking tonight are going to make you feel good at the end of them. Unfortunately, there's a couple that I think I'm picking soon. All right, what do you got?
Okay. All right, let me. All right, I'm going to go. This is tough because I have other movies I've picked on other ranked lists very high that are still on the board, but I'm trying to mix it up a little bit from what I've chosen in the past. And this is also a nostalgia pick for me.
Okay.
Probably it would have been picked by others prior to Teen Wolf, but I had to go. I would watch Teen Wolf again tomorrow if I could.
I can. It's not like they outlawed it for being so, for being such a non-sports movie, but yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of sports. I forget Teen Wolf too. What sport was he playing? Wrestling? What the hell was he doing?
I think it was wrestling.
Was it wrestling?
I think it was wrestling.
Well, that's not my pick. It should be my pick. But I'm going to go The Karate Kid. Classic 80s movie. I mean, definitely, it's an off the wall sport compared to some of the other major sports stuff that we're doing, but great 80s movie.
I thought I might sneak that one in. Or, I wasn't sure you were going to pick that one because it's not like it doesn't overtly like jump out at you as like a sports movie, but I think it's far more sportsy than Teen Wolf. I can say that, but
yeah. So I stole that. So I stole that from you. You're saying?
No, I don't think I would have picked it. But
you said you were going to sneak it past.
No, well, I was just saying like I didn't. I thought it was going to be on my list that you probably wouldn't have thought of. But
give me some.
I thought about it. I thought about putting it on my list, but it's not on there. Have you guys seen Cobra Kai? Have you been watching that at all? Cobra Kai on Netflix?
My wife has. I've seen parts of it when it's on. Well, she's watching it, but I haven't seen it myself.
I watch it for the nostalgia reasons because there's a lot of scene cuts to where they cut back to the original films. A lot of the characters are coming back. My wife absolutely loves it, and she did not care for Karate Kid films, but she loves Cobra Kai. The kids are amazing. They couldn't have found better kids to play in this show. But yeah, it's worth checking out, man. Especially like you said, nostalgia, man. The scene cuts and all this going back to the original films is super cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Look at this. I'm losing Dan's vote. It looks like.
Well,
I gave up my lead. It's all right. I'm a finisher.
No, you're not. I don't think so. That's not what she said. But
okay, Jason Bateman boxed. I was thinking wrestling. Maybe it was boxing.
Bateman too.
Boxing at all, to be honest. I'm a huge Jason Bateman fan, but I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I had to go on a Teen Wolf binge. Is there a Teen Wolf 3? Probably not.
No, but there's some stupid show. There's a show my wife and stepdaughter watch called Teen Wolf, and they have a Styles, and there's no Chubbs. There's no Chubbs, but they do have Styles. But it's not good.
There's nothing worse when they ruin like your childhood favorite shows by just remaking it into something miserable.
I asked, have you guys seen Teen Wolf? And they're like, no. And I'm like, no wonder you like this.
You don't know what the good stuff is. You're doing it secondhand. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with one that's a sport that's near and dear to my heart. Probably my best sport, I can say, unfortunately. Not a lot of money to be made in this sport. I'm going to go with Kingpin. So as a bowling movie. So also,
I didn't think about Kingpin either.
Yeah. I know Keith kind of alluded to it in some of the clips that we had, but
yeah.
Great movie.
I love that movie so much. I feel like it's one of Bill Murray's like best kind of comedic roles. He's just, I don't know I'm not sure how much of it was acting too. Honestly, I feel like that's who he's always wanted to be. Just that
right
douchey character,
kind of like an a-hole,
but like a flashy douche.
Yeah.
Right? He's like super flashy.
It's so good. Just like the fact that his at the end scene with his hair flying up. It's just it's so good. And one of my favorite, I think, and maybe not really not known, but I'm sure people have known. But the scene when he's advertising for I think it's the young kids or something. He's advertising for charity for kids, and he's with all the mothers, and he's playing football with them. And he's but his guy's got his hand in their pants and stuff. Blue 30. You don't remember that? Do you remember that?
I gotta rewatch a lot of these.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Anyway, so yeah, that was probably my best sport, honestly. If that's not,
you're not very athletic, so yeah, but it's good.
Please.
Bill Murray lives about an hour and 45 minutes from me down out of Charleston, South Carolina, and he's always in the local newspapers and stuff because he likes to crash weddings.
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah, I did see there's been some clips of him. Yeah.
Yep. He will just randomly crash weddings down there, man. Because Charleston's a pretty popular spot. It's on the beach. Charleston is a drinking town with a historical problem, is what they like to say. But yeah, he loves to crash weddings. So it's a good place to get married if you want a possible chance of getting your wedding crashed by big celebrity.
Yeah, I had a guy I worked with move down there, and he's basically working remotely from the beach or something like that, drinking starting drinking at 12 o'clock. But I guess it's good for him. I don't know. Is it a Coen Brothers? I'm trying to think. Was it?
I don't remember if it was or not.
It's Farrelly Brothers. Sorry. Farrelly Brothers, I think, is who you're thinking of. Yeah,
I knew there was someone I had heard met Bill Murray, and I know Dan said he met Bill Murray.
I remember him.
Yeah,
it would be Dan.
Yeah, being a Cubs fan, right?
Darts, that's good.
Is there a dart movie?
I don't know. I'm sure it's. Yeah, I think it's much more of an English sport. Yeah. But all right, cool. All right. You got one more segment?
I do. Yeah.
All right.
Troll of the week.
Oh, I can't wait for everybody to see that the video of you saying that.
Yeah. So Shane. So he does a lot of the voiceover work for the segments. This one I did, and I go on to StreamYard and I record. But I usually put my video and audio, and I just take the audio off of the video.
Yeah.
And I forgot that he shares my StreamYard. So I have this video where I was saying Troll of the week 30 times in a row. And
it was I would describe it as if you I don't know, you were potentially a police officer and you went into a serial killer's house and you just saw videos of this guy saying troll of the week over and over again, it was just and then they found him Your Honor, all we have to do is show this, and clearly he's a raging
it's not the best look.
Not even the look. It's just you say it over and over and over again.
Well, I was dressed not that I dressed a little interesting anyway, but yeah. But yeah. So this one I had put out a video this week where I hit a nice score at a yard sale, and the video has done very well. Rare for my channel.
Yeah, congrats by the way.
That's
almost 30,000, right?
Yeah, almost 30,000. But with that, a lot of troll comments, which I figured anytime you could buy something cheap at a yard sale.
Any comments good because I feel like
I didn't delete any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't delete any of them.
That pushes the.
Yeah, I don't delete them.
Yeah. But
you don't delete stuff at all unless it's blatantly,
If there was hateful either towards me or someone in the video, yeah. But this person, I don't know how they even said this, but how can you whine? Because no Jordan, you only paid $3 and you got $500 worth of cards. You should have, thanking God. I should have, thanking God.
I will say the one thing about your troll people, at least so far, they are not the best with grammar.
Oh, you can count on that. But Eddie, I was ecstatic in the video. I was ecstatic. What was I whining? So that's what I responded to him. Where did you even watch the video?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and this dude, but Bush League. It's a Bush League comment here saying I have to call BS. He either says it's staged or the cards are fake. And
No.
Andy can attest. I called him right after this yard sale. Not excited for the yard sale, not because of the 86 Fleer, because I didn't even open that box until I got home.
Yeah.
More because I'm trying to get back into that house to buy more. So
yeah.
He was on the phone with me right after the sale, so he can attest that it's a legit.
Yeah.
Legit
I also
thing.
like Keith. I don't think you care that much in the fact you'd be staging stuff. Like, you know,
full-time job, almost a full-time reseller, full-time time putting content out. I don't have time to be staging anything.
That. Yeah, exactly. That's nuts.
Yeah. So I always try to highlight a couple trolls in here.
That's good. Yeah, that's cool. That was a great video. I remember talking to you about that too. It was funny because you could totally see that there could be a Jordans in there too, right? Because there's like just, you know, 3 or 4 great players, you know, like players you
all the rookies back to back. Yeah.
Like I would 100% guess that this guy at some point, or maybe still does in that house somewhere.
I think there's a shot.
Would have multiple Jordans just and like never been touched kind of thing. But
they do have my info.
I don't know if you watched the Trash to Cash podcast yesterday, but man, they gave you some big shout outs over that video.
Oh wow. No, you know, I listened to the Trash to Cast in my car and I'm like an hour into it, but I didn't finish it yet. Oh wow. That's awesome, man.
There towards the end, all 3 of them were shouting you out.
Oh, awesome. I gotta check it out. Yeah.
Very cool.
That's one thing with me. I save that for my car ride. So it's like it splits it up. I only drive like in a half an hour, 40 minutes to work. So I only get like half of it in.
Corey's talking about me, by the way.
Yeah, I figured that might be the case.
Oh wow, yeah, you got good grammar on your troll work over there.
Hey, I feel like it hits harder when it's like properly punctuated and like, you know, and accurate.
You lose some of your steam when you're like fumbling words pretty bad.
Yeah,
it's like getting trolled by like an idiot versus getting trolled by somebody that's actually thought about how to troll you and done it effectively. Those are the worst. There's the ones that cut to the bone. Like, is he actually right? I should probably get out of this.
All right. Is it
I think it's me,
you, right? Yeah, it's you.
In the final one. All right, so I think I went a little outside the box here in the fact that I'm not taking any football movies in my, or baseball for that matter. I went pretty much all random sports. So I'm going to finish off that with actually a wrestling movie. And I wonder if you think it's not maybe the wrestling movie you think, which
The Wrestler.
Not The Wrestler. So that's the big one because I think that's probably widely thought of as a really good movie.
Yeah, it is.
And I like it. It's just I mean, I've seen it a couple times. I think it's really well done. But yeah, it's just not my favorite per se. The wrestling movie I'm talking about is called Foxcatcher. I don't know if you've seen that.
I've never even heard of that one.
So Foxcatcher is awesome. It's a great movie. It's actually got Steve Carell plays the guy. So it's a true story. If you there's 2 things. There's a documentary about it too. But Foxcatcher is about this guy named is it Steve or something DuPont? I can't remember his last name. What his first name is. It's DuPont. So he's like heir to the DuPont fortune, like the chemical fortune. So, you know,
okay.
I would say a very similar person to, if you watch, exactly, true story. If you watch, what's that HBO show with that billionaire guy that, Blake? Is it, Robert Blake? Is it Robert Blake? No. The guy.
It is Robert Blake. There's also the one with the drug. The drug
Jinx. Is that Robert Blake? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that is Robert Blake.
Okay.
Yeah. The documentary where he's like, I killed her in the bathroom. He's like whispering under his breath. That's
yes.
It. Yeah.
So anyway, so he's basically heir to a billionaire's fortune. And he's always a little weird. He kind of built this thing and probably, I think it was maybe mid to late 80s. He really helped out the USA Olympic wrestling thing. So he built this like really great Olympic kind of training center, and it's basically near us. It was relatively near us.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly where, but
Villanova, main line, Villanova area.
So he brought in all these super great wrestlers, like Olympic wrestlers. and kind of built up this whole program. And he ended up like killing one of the wrestlers in this like I think most people thought he was kind of bizarre and nuts, but it's a really, really well done movie, and I think and the story is really insane.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look for that.
Yeah. So there's Foxcatcher. I'm trying to think who's in it.
I'm gonna write that down.
It's Carell and
I think the wrestler is like the guy who's in like the police movie, like the comedy police movie, the remake.
Police Academy?
No,
well, one of the guys.
Who's the guy from Moneyball? Who's the not Brad Pitt, but the other guy.
Yeah, the Wahlberg. Right?
Pratt?
No,
Pratt? No, what are you talking about?
No, never mind. I'm going
one of the guys is Mark Ruffalo. He's one of
the other one is I can't think of his name right now.
Jonah Hill. I'm not...
Jonah Hill. Well, Jonah Hill was in the police movie with this guy.
Oh! I know who you're talking about. He was also in so bad.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Yeah, I got a very roundabout way to get to Channing Tatum. What's up, Hyper Palin? How's it going?
Yeah. The one thing
I was laughing at that username a minute ago. When
He was. It's I can't remember the guy's name now. Anyway, it's a fascinating show, I think, movie. And it's got really good actors in it. Carell, it's not a funny bit at all, and he's really good in it. It has Mark Ruffalo. So aka
he's great, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yep. Yeah, I wrote that down. I'm gonna check that one out.
Yeah.
I think I read the book prior to seeing the movie. So the book is I think it's called Foxcatcher as well. Very good.
Yeah.
It's a wild story.
Foxcatcher is named because it's just the name of the location, like the
mansion, their farm, their estate. It's a massive like mainline estate. It's I've driven past it in that area. It's one of the wealthiest areas of Pennsylvania for sure.
Yeah,
gotcha.
All right, so let's see. That was okay. So that's back to me. All right. Well, I'm gonna. This was my number one pick in other drafts. So it's lasted for a while. I was trying to go into other sports, but my favorite sports movie ever, taken in the 5th round. I'm gonna go Field of Dreams.
Oh boy,
yeah.
It has it tugs the heartstrings a little bit. There's a lot going on there. I like the mystery, like how it's just a very convoluted storyline, but it's a great storyline.
Who roasted you for that pick last time? I can't remember.
Everyone.
Okay. Good. I like
Go Snow.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He roasted me the most.
I mean, that's just a classic though. I mean, it's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
You put it, they will come.
Well, no, was it Go Snow that did it? I thought it was Real Life that didn't like it. That's what we did on this show, right?
Yeah, but Go Snow was on the show with us.
Okay.
He,
yeah, that's right.
He said he wouldn't expect anything less cliche than that.
I do love when he takes you out. Oh, look, okay, you made Dan happy. You may have brought him back.
Yeah, Dan, that's a steal of a pick in the 5th round, right, Dan?
Oh, okay. All right.
Dan would have picked that first. Yeah. There's so many good ones left still.
Yeah,
I know. That's the crazy part.
Field of Dreams was on my list.
Shane, we can also do. I don't want to. We can always go at the end too and kind of pick
honorary mentions.
Honorary mentions too, because I feel like we should mention a few good ones still.
All right, I'm going back. I'm going back to baseball. Another nostalgic movie for me was A League of Their Own.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think as far as movies, like quality of movies, it's probably one of the best ones too, like in terms of acting and all that stuff.
Yeah, they had a heck of a cast in that film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Star-studded for sure.
Yeah. That one was a lot of fun. Even to this day, I enjoy watching that one. So
yeah,
it's always going to be funny.
And on a picker note, stuff from that league is like a immediate sale. I've sold a lot of like programs, and I had a game used uniform from like an all-star game from that league. That sold. That was a great seller. But
you don't mean just like film props. You're talking about like actual from that
legit.
league.
Yeah, legit stuff. Yeah. It's strong.
Yeah.
Let me write that in here.
The thing is, like, when I was going through this, there was certainly ones that, I was like, I thought I was going to get some chalk pick comments from Keith on. So maybe threw me out there, but I feel like our lists are pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
all of them.
Yeah, I Pork. That did make the list. Andy picked that in the second round. Slap Shot.
Yep.
Yeah, John Lovitz is great in that movie. Let's see. It's a strong list. Yeah, I mean, I think the one that stands out to me the most in that draft, like this is like an eye-opening pick, was Teen Wolf. Right.
So,
I mean, it's like,
so it'll be like, yeah, Keith was picking well. I mean, Hoosiers, Rudy, yeah, absolutely. And then it's like, did he hit his head on between 2 and 3? I don't know.
Yeah,
some
it happens that way. Or drafts.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do a quick segment, one quick segment, Andy. Then we'll circle back to the honorary mentions because I'm going to show
unboxing a collection builds.
So mainly, I wanted to open up a gift that Mark sent me. Before I do that, this was a quick. Andy, I just added this to the collection, but let me remove this.
Why don't you throw it up there? Yeah.
Add this.
Oh, buddy.
Buddy Ryan signed. He didn't have the best signature, but Shane, Buddy Ryan was an Eagles coach. You probably know he's Eagles coach in the 80s, 90s, but I named my son Buddy Ryan.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
So not many people can say that.
It's as insane as it sounds.
Yeah. In fact, I ran into his son, Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan. I ran into him in the bathroom at the Super Bowl in Minneapolis. And I was like, I pulled him aside and I'm like, oh, Rex, I loved your dad. I named my son after your dad.
Rex was like, get the hell away from me.
Exactly what he did. He walked away very quickly from me.
That's funny.
Yeah, here's what I got from Mark. So let me see what we got here. This is just a gift he sent me, a surprise. So these are, let's see if I can put them on my.
Right, Dan.
It's a good question.
By the way, Dan, Mighty Ducks was on my list. I just did not pick it.
That's a good. I didn't. Yeah, I swear there's so many. I even have other hockey ones that are not even on my list. That.
You do?
Yeah.
What was your other hockey? Oh, we'll get to that. I think these are 56 tops, right, Mark? If you're still here, but this is almost like a team set. There's like 6 of them here. Norm Willie.
Look at this. What is he? He's flying like an eagle there.
Yeah. Bell. Let me get this one open. This, I think I have the Benerick signed on the wall behind me of this set.
Oh yeah. Isn't it? Is that the top right? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's this one. This one right here.
Yeah.
Barely see that.
That's cool.
We got Adrian Burke, the quarterback.
He did not have the best poses there. Like, what is that? he's like escaping like a zombie.
He's the one that doesn't fit the other ones. The rest, I like these poses, man. I like them. But yeah, super nice gift, Mark. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, want to go to sort of the honorable mentions? Can you run down a list some? So first of all, yeah, that was my other hockey movie I had on my list.
No Goon.
No Goon. Yeah, that was that Adams? No, not who is it?
No, Stifler. What's
Stifler? Oh god,
yeah, I can't think of his actual name.
Right.
Goon. I never saw Goon. Is that that's a hockey movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not terrible, but it's not.
I was gonna say, I don't know.
Comedy.
I don't think it'll ever make anyone's list of greatest sports films. But
and you said comedy. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure anybody laughs very much at that, so I don't know that I would call it a comedy. But yeah.
But yeah, Dan, Mighty Ducks was on my list for sure.
That's a good pick. I didn't even think about that one.
Andy, I'm surprised you didn't take Moneyball again. Moneyball is a great movie.
It's on my list.
That's on mine as well.
It's my second one, but yeah, I went a little bit off. I didn't pick Natural. Natural's on my list again.
I also have $1 Million Baby and We Are Marshall.
Yep.
Major League. Have you guys seen The Hill? Dennis Quaid, the story about Ricky Hill, baseball player.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it. No,
I think it came out in like 2012, but super cool movie.
I have to check
it out.
Ricky Hill was, he couldn't walk. He had some kind of bone thing in his legs, and he had to walk with these things to help him or whatever. Doctor said he'd never walk, or he wanted to play baseball. Doctor said it'll never happen. But anyways, he made it to the big leagues, and Didn't play very much, didn't last very long, but the actual storyline is super cool.
That's interesting. Yeah,
You have to check it out. And I'd Pork is asking about your jerseys. Are they signed in the background there?
Oh, yes, they are. That's not Barry Sanders. That's Billy Sims on the right. That's Gordie Howe in the middle, Kirk Gibson, and then who is that? It's Denny McClain is the pitcher. So,
nice.
Invincible, Corey Invincible.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Eagles movie. I should put that on the list.
I like that movie.
I should have drafted this one because this is it's no soccer movies made the list. Not that there are many great soccer movies, but this movie brought to the forefront of major actress Bend It Like Beckham, Keira Knightley bursting onto the scene. Big Keira Knightley fans, Randy.
Any chance he can force feed us Keira Knightley, he will shove her into something. Like, yeah, I love Keira Knightley. I get it.
Yeah, well, it's a good movie. It's a pretty good movie. It's pretty good. It's all right.
You don't even know what it's about. You just know she's in it.
No, it's good. It's good.
So
I had two more that I'll say real quick. 42.
Yep.
Which is a great film for anyone who hasn't seen it. And then this was my this is kind of like a wild card pick, I guess. Like neither one of you guys thought of this. I guarantee it. Dogtown and Z Boys.
I did think of that. I love that movie.
Yeah.
The only reason that is that technically a documentary, or it is.
No,
right?
No, there's another one similar.
Maybe I'm thinking of the documentary. They did a documentary about Dogtown and Z Boys too.
Yeah,
you're right. Okay,
I don't think I've ever seen the movie. It's a skateboarding movie, right?
Skateboarding movie. Yeah, so it's a killer film. But Rad is all right. So real life perspective show. Rad, I have a shirt, a Rad shirt. Do you guys remember Rad from the 80s? BMX bike movie.
I do remember it vaguely. Yeah,
it's got the greatest dance scene of all film ever in it because they're on bicycles dancing at the school dance. It's just such a cool, like, nostalgic movie. But anyways, that's a good pick that I didn't even think of, and I love that movie.
Yeah. I never saw that either. I got to check out some of these old ones.
I will say, yeah, Dogtown Z Boys was on my list, but I was reading, but I wanted to double check. It is a documentary. I forgot, at least the one that I was thinking about. Maybe there's other ones too. But I love that movie. That was a great movie. About the 80s. It's like 80s, like the Bones Brigade, like Paul Peralta, the whole like, these, like, it's kind of the start of Tony Hawk and stuff. It's a really cool, and it like kind of shows how some of these guys fade away too, and kind of drugs. It's cool. I love that movie.
Fun fact, since real life perspective says "Send Me an Angel," that's the song they were at the school dance. It's personally one of my favorite '80s songs.
I remember that song.
The song is written by a band called Real Life.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So that's kind of funny.
Send me an angel.
Real life perspective show knows the song.
Yeah, I remember that song.
Hustle is decent with Sandler. Dan, you're right. I don't know if it's better.
I haven't seen that yet. It's on my Netflix to watch list. I haven't seen it yet.
So let me go through a couple more of mine real quick. And
Louisa, Rocky was the what the hell's that? Let me. That was the number one overall pick. Andy picked that one number one. I'll show the draft board while we're.
So I don't know if anybody thought about this one at all, but as far as pool movies, The Color of Money is a pretty damn good one.
Yep.
If you remember that. I don't know if that was on your list. I did have Happy Gilmore. I went really heavily on the kind of the comedies this time. So Warrior.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody remembers Warrior. Do you remember that movie at all? That had
that's what's his name?
It's the
Is that a wrestling movie?
It's basically MMA.
This is a great one right here. I'd Pork has a great idea here. Draft day. I'd Pork draft day with Kevin Costner. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I selected that in the football draft we had, and I got roasted with that one. But I like that movie.
No offense, but I hated that movie because it just is just so like fake. It was like the equivalent of like somebody that can't play baseball, like doing draft. It was just like so random how they.
It's entertaining though, even though it's not realistic. It's entertaining.
Yeah, it totally is. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tom Hardy. You're right. That's what I was thinking.
Tom Hardy, yes. Yep.
And there's another guy who's in that, but yeah, it's a great movie.
Don't be scared, Dan. Don't be scared.
Dan's got some good picks. Babe with John Goodman. He mentioned cool runnings.
Yeah.
Big Lebowski. Big Lebowski is a little bowling action, Andy.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Dodgeball.
White man can't jump.
Dodgeball I considered.
Yeah.
Didn't make the list, but I did consider it.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can.
Yeah.
Classic line.
And Miracle was a hockey movie we didn't mention.
That's
Great
the one.
movie.
That's I said. There was the other hockey.
Oh, you said it? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. Okay.
So I'll go through a few more. So White Man Can't Jump. Jerry Maguire. We didn't say that. That's kind of questionable, but probably pretty legitimate.
That was on the football draft we did.
Yeah. Tin Cup. Do you remember that movie with Kevin Costner? I love that movie. Raging Bull, which I haven't seen in a long time, but that was a good one about Jake LaMotta. It's probably the best, legit movie, they say. But and then I did Remember the Titans was on my list too.
I thought about Remember the Titans.
Probably could have went like 30 rounds with this one, right?
I know.
I know. There's so many good ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, it's cool. I love Tin Cup is great, especially the ending and stuff like that. And it was a good one.
So guys, I'm going to put that up in the I should get to it tonight. I'll put that up in my community poll area so you can vote for the winner.
Yeah.
And see if I can get a win. It's not looking strong. So we'll see.
You're really, really working for a win there. See if I can get a win.
Yeah.
Feel bad.
I mean, what Dan does on the Monday reseller draft every time he appears, which is a lot. He's like, I need this. I don't have a whole lot going on. I need this win.
Really?
Right, Dan?
We got another commercial. What is going on, Keith? What is?
It's weird.
Yeah, Corey said he's had quite a few as well.
What is going on?
I mean, I have it set to monetize, but that's always set to monetize, right?
That's weird.
Do you guys? I don't know how you do yours on your channel.
I never see comments that people are getting ads while they're watching my channel live or the podcast.
Yeah.
So that's strange to me.
Yeah, it's the first time I've heard it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, we could really use that. What, like half a cent or something? We're probably the commercial's probably paying you.
Yeah. Well, normally the live is like you get. I'm sure you get more on yours. We get like 8 cents on a live, so it's like even like my regular videos don't pay a ton, but this was
yeah. There you go. You got some.
There you go.
Yeah, Keith.
I feel like I was reaching out to real life with this one. I had a lot of nostalgic picks.
But Teen Wolf. I think Teen Wolf played me around on that one. Maybe a little Karate Kid as well.
But on that note, so next week we're gonna have Real Life Perspective show on the draft, doing our best sidekick draft. Be an interesting one.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be fun to watch.
And Real Life, throw what time your live's on Friday night. I think it's like maybe 8:30 or 9:30 Eastern. I don't know. We'll check out his channel. You'll see what time the live is. But it's always a fun time over there. He does like giveaways as well.
Sorry, Dan, if you got to take the good with the bad. I know he's got some good quality picks in there, but he'll always throw in a clunker just to make you think.
Dan, if it helps, Dan, I was going between Teen Wolf and Kingpin. So you can sort of, if that helps you, you go my direction.
Sure, Keith. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Cool.
So but yeah, fun time. I mean, thanks, Jane. Awesome draft. Fun having you, man.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me. I had a blast. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, guys, definitely check out Shane's 3 channels. Soda City Flips, Soda City Herps, the Reseller Locker Room Podcast, all great channels. Give him a sub over there. And
I recommend his Instagram too. It was fun I was watching some cool clips on there. So yeah.
For sure.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Thanks, Graham. Thanks, Grams and Pops. Yeah, guys. So we'll see you next week, 8 p.m. Eastern time next week, and we'll have a good week. Peace.
Yep. See you guys.
Oh.